Executive Director of the Downtown Eastside Residents Association, DARA. I'd like to give Ellen an opportunity to respond to any questions or make any comments.
She's going to speak.
Councillor Woodsworth.
Councillor Ellen Woodsworth from the City of Vancouver. I'm appalled that a landlord would be threatening tenants. It's subtle, but I read the letter that they've been given. It says, I understand the situation at the Golden Crown Hotel and I accept your offer that moving out from my room at the Golden Crown Hotel by the end of September. It says nothing about these tenants being able to move back into this hotel at the same rents that they're paying now. I'm glad that landlords are addressing the terrible conditions in the single room accommodation hotels. They need to be addressed. Bed bugs need to be addressed, they need to be painted, they need to be fixed up. They have talked to the city chief inspector, Mark Windsor, about doing some painting and doing some lino repairs. These things need to be done, but tenants need to be given adequate warning. They need to be placed somewhere else so their tenancy isn't disturbed. They're not joining the thousands of other people who are homeless in the streets. And we need to ensure that the Residential Tenancy Office has the strength in it so that these kinds of things don't happen, that people don't get a notice one day and feel like they have to be out the next day or even the next month with no assurances that they're going to get back in, and with no time for the city staff to ensure that they can work with the landlords and find them someplace to stay in the interim. We need to have the province and the federal government back at the table working with the city to provide affordable low-income housing. We need the province to fulfill its commitment to the 14 sites that the city has available. We're working with them on 6 sites. Where is the work on the remaining sites? We still have Little Mountain at Main and 36. We still have Little Mountain at Main and 36 that could house 700 people within a few weeks with minor repairs. So why is the province not ensuring that all tenants have a place that they can go, and that all of the landlords and SROs make sure that they're kept up to speed, and that all the landlords do not use these kind of rent evictions to evict people, whether it's people in the West End, people in downtown Eastside, or people in other areas of the city. We're in the midst of a housing homelessness crisis in the city, and yet we've got the Olympics coming here. We're supposed to be the #1 city in the world. Where's the province and where's the federal government with the national housing plan? These are the kinds of things we need to hear. If there's going to be a federal election, I want to hear their platforms. We need a national housing plan, and we need to be working, all 3 levels of government need to be working together. I appreciate you coming up here today, and I'd like to acknowledge the work of DARA for standing up for the tenants in the downtown east side. But every tenant in this city needs to be treated fairly. Housing should be a right.
So how many of these letters have been signed so far, these consent agreements, to the best of your knowledge?
We've notified the tenants in the building yesterday that we believe it's not in their interest to sign these letters. We're going to go into the hotel after this and again make efforts to get that message across to everyone. And we have the usual way we do things is contacting as many tenants as we can and getting the tenants to work from the inside to protect their neighbors.
So what specifically are you asking actually of the owners of the hotel and I guess the tenants right now?
Well, right now we've been asked by the tenants to assist them in this. And what we are demanding, not asking, but demanding of the owners of the hotel and of the city and of the province is that they stop these illegal evictions. These are illegal evictions. If this man has concerns about the state of his hotel, there's nothing I see in his letter from August 24th that can't be corrected while the tenants live in the building. I want to be clear about something. We're not looking for these tenants to be relocated to some place that allows this man to proceed to do what he wants with this building. These rooms are valuable. They may be what they are, but they're valuable because of the state of homelessness in the city. We don't want to lose these rooms. The SRA bylaw protects this hotel. These tenants have a right to live in this hotel. We're not here to look for a solution for his business plan. We're here to look to see that the rooms that are left in the downtown east side stay in the downtown east side, and that until the housing that Ellen speaks about that involves the federal government, provincial government, happens, if it ever happens, we protect each and every one of these rooms. And that's what we want to do here today. We want these people to be living in safe, secure housing clean housing, and he has a responsibility to provide that. He doesn't have the excuse of simply throwing them out the street, and we do not want to see the city or the province assisting him to do that by providing him or BC Housing with empty hotel rooms somewhere else. We again are aware of where this building is on this street, we're aware of what the development plans are for the street, and we're not interested in seeing poor people shunted from one area to another simply to accommodate the more wealthy. That's what we're seeing, and to accommodate the owners.
Okay, so for him to do whatever renovations or that kind of thing, if he claims, as he does in this letter, that you know the renovations can't be done with people living there,
that he has no permit. He has to have a permit and license. I'm not a building inspector, and I will leave it up to Barb Windsor at the City of Vancouver, Chief License Inspector, to send her people down to this hotel, to have the meetings with this man that she, I believe, wants to have, for him to explain to them what exactly he plans to do in this hotel. And where it's necessary, they will make sure that he has the proper permits and licenses. That will allow him, if the case warrants it, to go forward with what he believes are legal evictions. Right now, he's acting illegally. None of the problems he describes in that letter would require vacant possession of this hotel.
I'm just going to talk to these. I'm just going to talk to these people.